I saw this fence just now, but here we go. Straight away, APG, they're going to be able to take a big steal in terms of the Azure Golem. So APG start this game well.
Yeah, they'll start off that one. I mean, APG, this is a big piece. And Sun, look at that damage on the Golden Kite. He's been scurried away at this point, and this is the stability that we're talking about with Sun joining APG here.
Yeah, I think he has been a very stable player for the side of APG, which is exactly what they need, right? But at the same time, take a look at what Chaz has done. Chaz has already stolen away the Azure buff from the side of APG, and it feels like they're not looking to punish Chaz, but they're looking to look for a win elsewhere on the map, and Chami 1 seems to be the ideal target for the side of Alpha Gaming.
I mean, the biggest thing also is that Chaz, yeah, he got the steal, but hasn't given up first blood here. So you're taking away buffs, plus the fact that you're staying alive, and that's got to be super annoying for APG.
Yeah, it definitely has to be. But you know what? This first blood, I think, would then be so much more valuable because APG, I don't think they want the first blood on Chaz. They want it on someone else. And imagine if it's going to be Joshi.
Yeah, obviously that would be best case scenario. But you'll take what you can because Chaz will be out of position. He'll be in the enemy jungle. He's still there now, man.
Yeah, look, the difficult thing I feel is Joshi has no room. There is no space on this map for him. Yeah. He is being targeted.
Yeah, but speaking of being targeted here, Joshi and Dragon, they've been scurried out. So APG are like, hey, you want to invade our jungle? Okay, but at least the farm is not going into Joshi.
Oh, that's true. And that's what we need, right? From a Kong Ming pick, you need to have the levels, you need to have the gold, you need to have the items as well. It's a very expensive pick in terms of the winning condition.
Yeah. And he'll be able to do that damage. And APG are going to be worried. They are vulnerable. Yes, you have the Final Frenzy. Xiang, maybe not as much. But when that's on cooldown, I mean, you have opportunities. This could be scary here. Oh, they decided to go in. Shisan gets the pick back, not able to push away Joshi, but here comes the reinforcements. Golden Kite gets pushed away. Shisan's going to dash away, but Dragon's going to be killed. Yulong pounces forward, gets that kill.
And that's what exactly they need. It's going to be a return kill for the side of Blacklist, but APG have done the damage. Hang on, Sun.
Yeah, Sun get dove on here. Chaz not playing scared, looking to go on this one with that tower, but he will be fine. It's a 2-for-1 still in favor of APG.
Yep, APG didn't lose too much here. As long as nobody else falls, oh, hang on, Chaz.
Yes, Chaz is still sticking around. I think that we'll see him die many a times from here on out. So, that said, you don't want to be giving Yulong all that farm.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Yulong getting farm is already a problem. This guy has had almost every single MVP that Alpha Gaming has in the number of games. So this is a very scary stat to have. Now, at this point, they do have a slight lead in terms of gold. But the biggest thing here is, what do you do with that gold? Can you take a turret? Can you take more offensive objectives across the map?
I mean, you're going to want to. And so you're going to have to find the numbers advantage. And look at what APG are doing. They know that the Athena's in their jungle, but they don't care. They'll let them go. I mean, yeah, you farm as much as you can. It's not going to be as fast as what they do. APG right now are like, hey, let's use our numbers advantage in the lanes itself.
That's true. I mean, coaches have told us about this particular pick for Athena. I mean, it's either or. So if you leave her alone, she gets the free farm. But right now, looks like even though they're free farming on the side of Chaz, that has very little value for Blacklist International.
And look at another buff, that blue buff that's going to be taken away from Joshi yet again. They know that timer is there, but at the same time, Blacklist are like, hey, you're going to take mine, I'm going to take yours.
Yeah, biggest challenge here is going to be the 4-minute mark. This is where the first tyrant of the game.
Although set sail actually connecting on. It looks like the shields are going to be there with Leaping Savior. The Silky Imprint not able to connect onto this one. They find Shisan with the winning strategy. That's going to be huge. And now Chaz is on the back line, finding 4 members there. Chaz with those shields, he will be there, but APG getting away.
All right, so they actually get it. So APG trade that Tyrant for the life of Susan in the mid here. Is it going to be worth it? I think at this point it still is. But take a look at the farm that Golden Kite has had access to. He is just melting Sun down at this point.
Yeah, doing a great job. That Aerostorm is doing some work. And Golden Kite with a slightly 200 gold over Sun. And I mean, APG looking to invade as much as possible. They've got the pullback, but not enough. It looks like the red buff will be picked up by Yulong.
The craziest part is actually Joshi is keeping pace with Yulong, even with all the buff steals happening. Right now, APG looking to punish Chaz. I don't think this is going to be too much value here. I mean, Chaz should be able to get it. We'll start running out and take a look at that.
Yeah, in the bottom lane, they find him. The Dragon is just way too low, but the winning strategy snipes out Yulong. So making him pay it. Sun gets picked off as well, but they lose the bottom T1.
I don't think that's a big matter. Yulong not set.
Yeah, it looks like just to kind of keep everyone in the loop, what's going on. 5-4 in terms of those kills, but only 6 minutes into this one. APG right now with only a 100 gold lead. You definitely wanted way more than that, especially since you got the pay.
Yeah, you definitely need to have the lead. But right now, I mean, Shisan's doing a good job of making sure he's getting the pokes in, right? This is, if you can't get the kills, it's okay. Just at least batter them down.
Yeah, and batter them out, put a little bit of damage on. I mean, even putting pressure on this bottom T2 is going to go gravy for APG. But Golden Kite, wow, with a sliver of life, just barely surviving there.
That was a little close. You want to make sure that Golden Kite does not stop farming as well, right? He now plays the same role as Yulong. As long as the two of them keep farming, there is a big chance of a turnaround and maybe swinging the momentum over to the side, because right now we are dead even.
Yeah, and look at how Chaz has actually been on his side of the river in the, before the 10-minute mark. Is he playing this Athena wrong here?
I think it's about getting more information, right?
Yeah.
And knowing that now APG knows how to make that punish happen, I think it's better to play safe. They do take the T1 at the top side, so this is going to be very important for Blacklist to find a trade elsewhere in the map.
Yeah, they lost the top T1, so APG again just ensuring that they continue to just grow with that lead ever so slightly at this point. But APG again, now that Saber's, the potential for that Umbrella Outburst, for that team fight winning combo.
I think if we take a look at the patterns that have happened over the past few days, if you take out a mid laner in most team fights for Blacklist and APG, they kind of crumble. Yeah. So right now, Dragon as well as Shushan, the two of them need to make sure that they're in a very good distance, not just to get aggression on, but to make sure that they are able to escape as well.
Yeah, and look at this. I mean, this bottom T2 already taking a lot of damage, and this is the pressure that APG want to put on, because once they have that map control, they're able to choke you out. It makes it very difficult to farm, and you, again, just grow that lead.
Which shows you there's a very thin line between success for these both these teams, right?
Yep.
And now the fact that they have the smite as well, you have to make sure you get those camps. Chaz did use the smite, but it actually went into the hands of Sun for that last camp. So APG edging it out just by a little bit. We're not having the biggest of goal differences, but another T2 take. This could really spoil the market.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here. I mean, that's going to be huge, but the Crimson is going to be used as well. The Umbrella Outburst, they find the pick off onto him, and Joshi, just like that, gets picked off. Chaz is now running for his life. With that turtle shell, he will be fine, but they got what they wanted. Of course, the Crimson as well as Joshi.
And you start to see the value of APG's composition. Stuns for days. With just Saber and Sun, you can definitely get that finishing blow.
Yeah, finishing blow, but to start things off, the Sylvia imprint onto Siang with that pullback. Not the real target that you're looking for, but if anything, they've defended the mid T2, but they're going to lose this Tyrant.
That's fine. I think at this point for APG, okay, they're achieving their win condition, right? Which is to put the mental pressure on. Now, as the side of Chaz, you are going to be a little bit hesitant to step into the jungle on the side of APG, and that's going to buy you a lot more space, which means you amplify the farm and rotation thing on.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of damage onto Saber. They're going to get the pushback onto him. They're doing as much as they can, but it looks like they're not going to get him. No, Chaz will find him and chases him down, but Golden Kite getting picked off. Dragon is going to try to flash away, but Yulong pounces on forward, gets that kill, and Chaz is down as well. It's a 3-for-1.
Yeah, big wins for the side of APG. This time, T3 is opened up. They can put some healthy damage here. They might be even able to take it.
Yeah, they're going to take this one easily. I mean, that Siege, nope, they're, okay, okay, all right. They calculated it to the final shot by that Siege Catapult, and they'll happily take that as well as the mid T2.
That's why they call professionals. So with that being said, APG now have a 5,000 goal lead. This is what 2 minutes of the game can do for you.
Yeah, and APG right now, full control right now. This is not what you want to see if you're Blacklist. But again, we kind of talked about this. How are they going to able to weather the early game onslaught by APG? I mean, yeah, you have those T3 still alive, and Blacklist do have a chip and a chair into this game. But again, it's a situation now where the 10 to 12 minute mark hasn't happened, as Saki was talking about in the pregame, of getting to that point where they're going to be able to equalize.
I feel like they may need even more time. Golden Kite, yes, is at level 12, 3 levels away, but he needs more gold to buy those items, right? He needs to be 6 slotted, and that really could change the situation, because right now Saber's able to soak in all the damage, but what happens when Golden Kite gets that 6 slotted state? Saber is going to melt.
Yeah, it's just all about that time, and now the Tyrant, he will be tethered back in. He's going to be leashed on this one. I mean, Chaz has been spotting this out, and APG, again, just playing with it. They're like, okay, does someone want to go? Are they not? But Chaz is still in prime position. He might actually decide to dive over the wall for this, but he's going to be killed even before the Tyrant can be taken.
Smart moves from the side of APG. Delay the Tyrant, Shadow Tyrant, by the way, and then get the life of Chaz before you complete the job. You don't want to put yourself at a risk where there is going to be a surprise steal from Chaz.
Yeah, and now with this numbers advantage, the super minions in the top lane quickly dispersed by Golden Kite on this one, but it's all about the T3s here. Chaz will be spawning very shortly.
Right, we'll see how much time can they buy. T3 is taken in the mid, in the top. This is not a lot of time left for the side of Blacklist. A big push could really seriously end the hopes of Blacklist International in this first game number 1.
Yeah, and actually APG doing a great job of understanding how to finish this game out. They've got a 6K net worth lead, doing the perfect siege, nobody dying, and then getting away and then taking over your own jungle again for that one last route around, and just ensuring that you have that net worth to really take them over the hump.
Which is why I feel Saber is a huge issue for the side of Blacklist International, right? Ominous Premonition with the Succubus Cloak as well, so he has both physical and magical defense. Now this is not enough time for Blacklist International because right now APG have gotten their hands on the Shadow Overlord, and I believe this is with the Primal Bond as well. So add on that difficulty, your base is in trouble.
Yeah, definitely in trouble here. I mean, with this the Vanguard in the bottom lane, this is going to be a tough one, right? I mean, APG will just slow siege this bottom T3, wait for that Shadow Vanguard to actually make an appearance. But Blacklist International right now looking to kind of initiate at some point.
It's going to be difficult because it's done.
The turtle shell, Chaz is going to be fine.
Yeah, he's totally fine at this point, but the tower is not. T3 looking to be taken, and this is going to be an open base for the side of Blacklist International. Things are going to get more difficult from this point because the Shadow Vanguards and Overlord are here.
Yeah, it's going to be quite difficult indeed. I mean, the stuns, they have all of their ults if they want to go for this one. Silk Imprint is really not going to do too much on that one, but the Umbrella Outburst is going to be used. But the nice 3-man stun with the Rue Engine, pushing them back. They've gotten Justy, they got the first, the Champion one is going to be killed as well as Chaz. They've got a 3-for-1 so far, but they're going to take the Crystal, and just like that, APG take game number 1.
With an ace as well, with the cherry on top. So this is going to be a difficult situation for the side of Blacklist International.